Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
What's going on, people? This is Influence, and welcome to the combined mode of Bruticus. So chapters will be in the description. If you just want to fast forward straight to Bruticus, it's in there, so just look. But if you want to know how to change each one of these into combined mode and combine it, you're in the right spot. I know there's a few videos out there already, probably, but you know how I do. So hopefully I bring something new to the table, because I'm going to be super detailed, whether you like that or not, just to let you know. This will be the first time I'm combining him too. Never did it yet, so I'm pretty excited, and you'll get my reaction. First, we start off with the base mode, the, I guess, rocket ship mode. These hands don't really tab on anywhere. Everything else tabs together, but the hands and the gun. See, he kind of stays on this little platform, and these things kind of clip him in. Blast off. So you got blast off here. You take it off, and you can see, like, it's really sturdy. These go here. They just clamp into there, because I'm just going to take this apart. This clamps into there, has this, goes into that, into the pants. It's just this part. You just move these up, and that's pretty much it. They were like back like this when you got it, I think. Or no, they were like this when you got it. And yeah, they were like this, and you just move the head around, and that's it. This here, these two things clamp into the thing back here. It's a pretty good connection. It's this that goes into here, and this T bar that goes into here. How you do that is you gotta kind of pull this up. You see how far it went down? You gotta pull it up and then pull this part up. This part is more like this. So you just gotta pull that. It is tight, just to let you know. It can get hard to do. And then the feet just plug in. They have little tabs on the side that just plug into this thing right here. I know it's out of focus because there's so much stuff in the shot. Start off with Swindle. Between Swindle and him, they're the easiest. So start off with them. Take all the stuff apart. Take his tire off. Take this off. And you can decide what you're going to do with that. Most of them are in vehicle mode, except for him, because he's easier to transform into his back mode, I guess, from robot mode. The rest of them, it's easier to transform from vehicle mode. It's usually like that. So yeah, just put this up. Let's put this steering wheel back in so it goes all the way around. I transformed all these guys back into vehicle because I had them in robot mode, just to so I could do it from vehicle mode. And it's kind of cool. I forgot how fun they were. Didn't take long, so wasn't that bad. So yeah, put that in there like that. These seats will eventually go up. Take the wheel, and there's these two peg holes right there. They're gonna peg right there. So just take this and peg it in. Let's see, like this, I think. Yeah, so peg that like that. Put the seats up. And you can put this down like that. And then you can reconnect the sides here. If you can get it. Reconnect that side, reconnect this side. Then this is already out because it's not, I didn't peg it in too tight because I knew what I was doing. So you take the foot, you know which one because of the colors, unless you got the other version. And tab that in there like that. You kind of get it together. Probably gonna have to squeeze it back together. Better fashion. Get this thing and pull this up. Just broke my nail. And then this goes, there's two pegs down here, and then this pegs in up here. Where at? And you know what? I might as well do this top first as well. So you move this down. Move this down like that. Pull this out because you're gonna have to pull this up too, just so we can get this out of here. This is tight. There we go. Then move this up because the connector is gonna go in here. And now we can do this. And we got a leg done. So we can take these guns off, set them to the side, open this up. Where we at? Right here. There we go. Like that. Move this around here. Push this down. You can leave this gun on too if you want. And where's his boot at? There you go. His boot, and you can see it just fits up in there as like a T and two pegs, and it's pretty solid. There we go. Then just for the extra solidness, again, move this up. Now that we got two legs, we can put this together. And it just goes in here like this. You know the drill, just kind of line this up and get it squeezed in. Just gotta get it right. And it is tight, so you can see how hard I'm pushing it together. You kind of got to push these two together, not just push here, because it doesn't really give. So you put them together, and then you can push that in all the way. I don't know if you heard that, but there we go. Pretty stable. It has one leg and it's stable. So we'll see. Get the other guy going. Slide this underneath, and you might have to pull this out like that so you can get it a little better. Well, that's not working. So let me push it up. Maybe I should push it up more so I can get it under there. You can see it's going to slide in, and then you're going to just reconnect everything so it doesn't go anywhere. Make sure that is out the way. That would help. It's not a big deal. Like, I did do these connectors before. I just tried it just to see if I could do it. Let me get it off camera. It's hard on camera. Here. Again. And you know how hard it was for the transformation. So that's what it is. Know what I'm gonna do? Grab that, put that there like that, get it underneath. That's probably the easiest. Grab that arm, because it's hard to get that arm underneath this bar right here. And Then you should be able to, once you get that where you need it. And this one came out. Darn it. There we go. Once you can get that underneath, then you can clamp it and it's good to go. Then you can just close this back up. And this as well. And this can stay down there like that. There we are, 2 legs done. Guess I'll do this guy next. So let's just take all his weapons off. Flip the blades in, of course. Or you can leave them out if you want the long blades. But I like to flip them in, top part off. It's just pegged in. You just unpeg it so you can get to it. Fold these things down like that. Fold this down like that. Take this up. Which is one of the reasons we unplugged that. Take that up like that. Now we want to get this apart, because you're basically getting this out and unfolding it. So you want to flip this out like it was before. I don't know which way is easier. This way. I think still got to go around a whole bunch of stuff. So do it over here as well. There we go with that. I gotta remember. Flip this and flip this down like that. Then you can push it back. Again over here. I'm gonna flip this little piece and flip this this way. Put it back so it doesn't move. So here's the configuration. It's so hard to show, but basically, let me see if I can show it over here. So you flip this around, you kind of accordion this and get this out of here. Kind of flip this back around, and the reason you flip this tab was so you can get it in here like this. So it's kind of like that, but then you want to get it back out, up, and it's basically in that configuration. It seems a lot harder than it looks, and then you move this back up, and there's a tab that goes in there, and it kind of tabs in and keeps it cool. And then you can tab this back together. If I can get it. Tab that together, tab the nose cone together, and then right here this should tab together. I'm not sure why it's not. You know, magic square tabs maybe. There we go. So then you can move this like this, and you can tab this back on here, right here, where it was before, but it just is not going on anywhere else. And then you can tab this together if you can get it. It seems a lot harder than it is, but once you do that one side, I mean, it's so hard to show. I know it's trash. I know what I just showed is trash. Like, and I apologize. But then you want to bring the hand in, and this tabs into the nose cone, and these are going to tab into the sides here. So you kind of want to undo it a little bit, but you know their plastic gives way for. So you tab that, push it up, and then squeeze that into there like that, and then you have the hand or the arm in the hand. And then you can lift this up right here if you need to. I mean, you do need to, but lift that up right there, and that's your port. And you can bring some of your guns back in. This doesn't really go anywhere, I don't believe. So, but you can plug these back into the arms up here. So you can just plug them in just to have some extra guns, you know, Combaticons and all. Plug them in like that. Plug these in like this. Wait. I am wrong. Like this. There we go. Got a good arm done. Let's get here, get the other arm done. I'm gonna basically kind of go back with the legs. Kind of go back to the robot. So you want to lift this up. Well, actually, you can just spread this apart because then we can get all this together. And lift this up somewhat. Just put these in there. So far, this is way easier than Devastator. Pull these out, pull these out. I'm just mentioning that because I saw some people on the board. And you know, I know everybody's transformation difficulties are different. Some people have difficulties with easier stuff. Some people have difficulties with harder stuff, and other people don't, and vice versa. So let's put this in, put this in. I'm gonna do it while I'm talking. But yeah, this is way easy. I didn't do Onslaught yet, of course, but it's just been way easier than trying to do Devastator. So I mean, take that for what it is. You lift this up, move this down, and you put this back around. You can you got to get this out of here as well. But first, let me move this over like that, and then get this off of the wing so I can move it around like that, and move it down like that, and then move it into here. Now, the feet, I did both of them because I wanted it both sides open. Now the feet, you want to flip this back around like this, but then flip it around here, and it goes on the inside like that. And then you can flip this on the inside, and then this goes up in here. This is on like a sliding pole that goes out, so it gives you room. You see how far it goes out, and it's a tab that tabs there because you're gonna have to accordion that in also. So then what you do with this leg is up, accordion that down, make sure the leg's straight so you can get it in there, and then you're good. Then you want to push this back in. That peg will now peg up here somewhere. No, it's on the side of the leg, but I mean, you just gotta push it in, get it in there. Yeah, there we go. And you can close all this, kind of keeps it all together. Make sure you got this in right there. Push that, push this. Now you're good with that. Other side is the same. Move this, flip, flip. Now get all this stuff together. Put that out. bend that down, put that in, pull this out of here. It's tight. Put that down there, and then now unpeg it right here, and it goes out. Now you can move this foot in. So you just move it in like that, and you can flip this around. It's really tight, but it works. You flip that in there. Then you want to accordion this down. Do it like that. I've never seen an accordion like that, so that's kind of different, and I like it. Like it's cool. And then you plug it in. Magic Square has been coming up with some good transformations. These guys have been good. Like I said, the combine modes are always frustrating, but this combine mode hasn't been that frustrating. So let's make sure you got this pegged in. Does get cumbersome a little bit, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. Then you can get this right pegged into the side of the leg. Make sure you're pegging it in correctly. Put that down, put this up, then peg this in. Right here. There we go. That's tight. Then you can pull this out a little bit because you want to peg this together. And then you're gonna change, I think it's this right here. You're moving like that. And you can bring the hand in, and there's two little peg holes here, two little pegs there, and that's it. That holds this hand on. So I'm hoping, I mean, yeah, it's pretty tight. It doesn't seem like it's gonna come off. If you do it a lot, maybe it'll get loose. I'm not sure. Hoping not. But move this hand. I think it's like that. No, it's the opposite, because this is where you're, yeah, it's like that. Because now you gotta open up this cockpit, and I'm gonna put the arm on now because this one is a little difficult. There we go. Open that up. Should be able to open both sides like that. And then you want to bend this down a little. Like that. And now you want to put this in here. Now this is my first time doing it, but when I was looking at it, I'm like, this is weird. It looks weird. Like, is this gonna fit? So I do it on camera. I was gonna do it off camera, but you just gotta slide this in there like this, all the way down, and then you can reconnect. It looks filled in. Flash in here. I don't know. I might have to get some type of something sharper. But yeah, if yours is not going in, that's why, because it's flashing here. It's like plastic or something. Yeah, it is. It's like a piece of flash. So there we go. If you can get that out, let me see if that worked. Oh, now I gotta move this a little bit better. And also, geez, I don't know about it. But we're gonna see. So yeah, I put that's an awful lot of pressure I put on there. I probably should have cut it better, but let me keep wanting to do it off camera. But for the sake of the viewers, yeah, it's still not all the way down. It should be down farther. See, it's putting a little bit of pressure and making a gap there. So we shall see. I'm not sure if I'm going to fool with it anymore. Probably just need to cut it in there. It doesn't, I mean, it feels strong. It doesn't feel like it's gonna go anywhere. So we shall see. So you see it's gonna slide in. You can kind of take this out. This isn't, I don't think this is all the way right anyway. Oh no, it is all the way right. But you can kind of slide it, take the tail apart and kind of slide it out a little bit just so you can get this in. You're just gonna put it in and slide it forward. That doesn't look like it has any flash, so we should be okay with this one. Then we'll see. It's hard behind the camera. I'm trying to look beyond the camera. So yeah, there we go. That's good. Then we can kind of get all this back together. I'm gonna do it off camera because it's just retabbing all of that. So there's the arms and stuff. So the arms come up and keep his head straight. So let's unpeg this backpack. Just gonna get this out the way for now. Then we can get these arms. So you want the ball joint showing. You want it down like that and like this. Put this down, move this way, and flip that up. Have it like this. So when you do this, keep the hands down, not put them in. And this hands right here, you put it like that so it can get closer to each other because you have to peg it together. So then you peg this together, peg this together here. Of course, this peg is super tight, but you can get it. Put some muscle into it. There you go. And there you go. It comes out. You have this. It goes down. It's gonna peg into the top, and also move this down, move this around, move this back up, and you can pull that up. Get over here. Do the same thing. Get the big barrels out. Move this up here and pull that up. And then this kind of just goes down here like this and just peg this on top. And on this side, this hole is really small. Again, with the, I guess the flash or whatever, enough to widen this hole. Yeah, it's cool. So plug this in there. So I had to get this off camera because it was so super tight. So now what you want to do is work with the legs. What you're doing is getting the feet in here, and that's pretty much it. So you want to turn this around. You can move it down a little bit just to get it around, and now you just unplug all of this. Plug this way. I forget which way it goes. I know it goes out. And then you can pull this up and pull this up. Pull the feet down, pull that up, and then you just want to put the feet in. I think is that it? No, that ain't it. Let me see. Yeah, you want to fold it in like this. So it folds up into. Yeah, there we go. Then we want to get all this back down. You can fold this up to keep it like that, and then you fold this down to get right. So there we go. That was easy enough. pull this out, pull this. I don't even know what sequence it goes in. I'm just pulling. You can just pull the stuff and it works to do that. Pull this out. Just be careful. Pull that out. And then you can bend this again like that. And bend this around here like that. Then you can move this down. Leave this bent because it won't fit. Peg that in and then peg this in. Now you can break that peg right there. Well, don't break it. Bad choice of words that I always seem to use. Once you do that, you can move these up here like this. And then there's a couple pegs here that go into the side here, into this arm. Go like that. You can move this up here. Get this straight though, kind of not straight, but this will move around, which isn't great, but you can get it. Not that bad. The back will come unpegged while you're trying to get all this stuff in. So just try to get these pegs in right now. There we go. Peg that in there like that. So we can slide this into his crotch right there. And it is a little tight, but slide it all the way. And I do like what they did here because it's more of the bulk. Like it's not just in the back of this piece. So then with this piece, I'm not gonna really be able to show it, but there's a peg here that goes in there. Then there's corresponding pegs over here. These two go up the top. Peg over here, goes in these. So just get everything pegged in best as possible. Like I said, I ain't gonna be able to really show it. If you can see, you just got to get all this stuff pegged in on both sides, but it's not that hard. Plus I'm behind the camera, so get that in there, get that in there. It's really tight, really pegged in really well. And then there's a peg here that this pegs into to kind of finalize this. Over here is the same way. Peg here, finalize that. Really solid, really solid. And then at the top there's these two pegs that go up here. Let me see. And there's like a L brackets right here that go into the top there to keep it squared off. Woo wee! Yeah, man. This thing is looking right. Chest piece. And these, I assume, just plug into all these spots. So plug them in. Just plug it in, and it's really solid. And here we are, Bruticus for the first time. Yeah, this thing is right. This might be my favorite one. I'm not sure. I'm going to compare them. Bring his gun in right here. Have it in either hand. It just has, looks like it just has the pegs in there, pegs in here. And there we are. He looks great. And off the bat, I mean, without doing anything, he looks great. And I think he really looks the part. Like, I really like him. He does have some holes and stuff back here. I mean, they're screw holes, but you could probably put, I don't know if you could put these on just anywhere. Nah, probably not. Looks pretty articulated. So we'll get into that in a minute. But first, let's compare him to some robots here. And we have Motor Master. both of which are some wonderful Legends bots, and they are stunning. Like as far as the look, I know Devastator's in a weird pose because I had him like on the shelf in a weird pose, so he's not standing straight up. Let me get him to stand straight up. Hopefully he doesn't fall over. He does have some issues. He's not going to stand up straight. Of course not. So that's all I'm going to compare him with. So let's do articulation. So his head, of course, get a up close on his head sculpt, and you can see, probably seen it in a million videos. His head can go side to side like this, goes all the way around. I do like, it looks like a hinge, but it must be a ball joint hinge or a ball joint on a neck hinge, like a neck. It's like an actual neck, and I like that. You go all the way up, you go down a good bit. Arms, he does hit his head with his tail, so it goes up about that much, but I mean for a Cabana, that's pretty good. 360. You don't get the butterfly. You do got elbow that gets you 90 degrees. On this side, I'm gonna try it over here. I'm not sure if it gets 90 over here. You have bicep swivel, but this does get in the way, so the swivel isn't as much as you might want. Individual articulated fingers, which they have all the knuckles except this knuckle, or I don't even know if that's called a knuckle. All the human knuckles, this back here, this right here, and then right here, it doesn't have, but on the thumb, and the thumb moves independently, so they're all the joints are independent. You can spin, it's tight, but you can spin the hand, and I think you can go in and out a little. No, you can go out like that and no in. These guns back here, you can have them straight up and down. They do give a little go, little give. They will untab. They are super tight. Like, it was so hard to get these tabbed in. I didn't think they would ever come out, but this one might not come out. That one was tight. But yeah, like I said, you can move the guns. Waist, you can get 360 on the waist. He has a major ab crunch. I don't even know how he can support himself. It is pretty stable though, but still, and it goes all the way back. And like, I guess the ab crunch is kind of Onslaught's in kind of this joint. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Onslaught. He's probably supposed to be in there a little bit tighter than that, but I don't know. They might have. So it's like a double ab crunch. So you can pull this up and then like get him crunched over. So that's great. Individual skirts. No skirts in the front. What? Let me see over here if you can get the. I'm not sure if it's me. Oh no, there you go. You actually get more than 90. Doing it like that. That's a, let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what they intended, but you can kind of use that. Hands the same over here as over here. You can get a little more up on the joint over here just because this is not in the way. So you can see that you get a little more over the side. Let's go back to the skirts. Back to the why they're not individual. I thought they were. Skirts in the back are individual. Sides are individual. The front skirts don't move. That's weird. So let me see. Oh, okay, so the front skirts is hooked. I didn't even know that. And it's a hard ratchet. So, And this is how you should do a ratchet. I believe this comes off because I think they have different covers for the other one. So be careful with that. It does come off. Not easy, but he does the full hurdles. So as a combiner it goes, I mean, ain't much more you can ask for that. You do have to try to get the skirt back in and then hold it and get this where you need it. Same here. It like kind of goes out. Then it soft ratchets out to the side, but they seem to hold pretty well. And he does the full splits. Like I said, soft ratchets. And it's a ratchet on the knee. No, it's not a ratchet. It's friction, but you do have this joint here that goes all the way up. So you can get the full knee. I mean, I should say it goes all the way down. Like you can pull that joint down and you get the full knee, and then you can put it back up so it looks cleaner. I definitely like that. You get a rocker about that much. You get a toe tilt, I believe. Both sides. This joint is kind of loose. It's not loose enough to like fall over just while you know, it's standing there or anything, but when you're manipulating it, if you move it back a little bit, it will fall over. Just something to note. It's not a issue yet. But where was I? Yeah, you can get the toe pointed up, get it down, and back to the original position. Biceps, I didn't do thigh swivel, not bicep swivel. Thigh swivel's there. And the foot does not move any which way, and no independent spurs. And I think that's it. Pull this out, and this actually helps a lot to keep this together. So I can see if it's out, it may split apart, but I think that was smart of them to use, and you probably couldn't really see it. I was talking about this. Probably seen a piece of it. The camera, sorry. I don't know what else to say about this guy. I mean, articulation, him, the paint, it's Magic Square's paint, so it's not like metallic or anything, but it's nice looking. I think it's probably maybe one of the best Bruticus I've seen, even though it's a Legends. It's just, man, it didn't disappoint, I'll tell you that. If you're in the Legends game, it's definitely worth it. I know Legends are getting up there. I know these were kind of up there a piece, but the final product can't be argued with. It was a kind of a chore to get there, but it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. I mean, combiners are always like that, masterpiece, whatever. Like this was fine getting there. And it wasn't nowhere near Devastator. So if you're on the fence because you had Devastator and you're like, I don't want to fool with another combiner like that, well, don't worry about it. All right. So thanks for watching this video. Please share it, like, subscribe. I say subscribe, but hey, subscribe. Most of my viewers aren't subscribed. I would like you to subscribe, but what can I do? most of the viewers aren't subscribed, unfortunately, but share the video. I think that helps the most. All right, thanks for watching. Peace.
Life ain't no. As long as you're alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.